Saturday Night Live just made history. No, not for being funny for the first time in decades. That ship has long since sailed. For hiring the first gender non-binary cast member. To the baby boomers out there who've subscribed to my YouTube channel, trying to figure out what the heck is going on in society, real quick, a gender non-binary person is somebody who has changed their gender identity, not from a man to woman or vice versa, but to neither, which is also considered to be a gender these days. I'm serious. When I first looked up this person on YouTube to try to find some of their material, the first video that showed up was they, them, that's this person's preferred pronouns, doing what every LGBT person does, talking about what they like to do in the privacy of their own bedroom, as if we want to know.
First two people I decided to come out to are my two brothers, because they're my boys, y'all! And it was before Uber, so I said, hey fellas, get in the van. Mom's driving us to the bar. I got something to tell you.
What's that? She's an obese, lesbian, gender non-binary person who identifies as a comedian? She's hired.
My one brother's like, Maldal, you said it was obvious. How would we know you were gay? And I said, well, I had a bowl cut till I was 13 and a half by choice.
Comedy without the comedy, that's where we're at. So a new season of Saturday Night Live just kicked off. Not that anybody noticed, because nobody watches. Nobody likes the show. Not even the cast members. Kenan Thompson, whose name I just learned because he's that insignificant and not funny enough to bother remembering, did just make a startling statement, however, that the show should come to an end when Lorne Michaels, the executive producer and the show's creator, retires, which is expected to be in the next year or two. Kenan Thompson says ending Saturday Night Live upon Lorne Michaels' exit might not be a bad idea. That's probably the best idea that's come out of the show since 1996. Remember, this show used to mint stars. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Chris Rock, Will Ferrell, Eddie Murphy, Dana Carvey, Mike Myers, Chris Farley. But now it's where aspiring comedians go on the last stop of their attempted career before they finally give up the delusion of being a star and get a real job. Oh, and I almost forgot, before this person, whatever their name is, became the first gender non-binary cast member on the show, there was a famous gender non-binary character, Pat. Back in the 1990s, kids, when comedy actually was funny, there was a recurring skit about Pat, and the joke was that everybody in the skit was trying to figure out whether or not they were a man or a woman without offending them. But as everyone knows, in this era, Saturday Night Live, The Daily Show, The Late Show, all of the establishment brand name supposed comedy shows have long since abandoned comedy and instead have apologized endlessly for the jokes that they used to make that were funny. Jimmy Fallon apologized for impersonating Chris Rock for doing blackface. Of course, black people can do whiteface, though, and I do think it's hilarious because I don't have black fragility, get all bent out of shape about it. Like when Eddie Murphy played a white character on Saturday Night Live. Now that's funny. Jimmy Fallon also apologized for messing up Donald Trump's hair when Donald Trump was a guest on his show back when he was running for president because it humanized him. Yes, a supposed comedian literally apologized for having fun on his show with a guest. Speaking of jokes, however, Fredo, who goes professionally by Chris Cuomo, the former CNN primetime host, just started a new job on a small little cable channel called News Nation. His debut episode racked up a stunning 147,000 viewers, according to the Nielsen ratings. Now, News Nation is trying to market itself as sort of a centrist or a non-hyper-partisan cable news network, which, if that were the case, that would be great. But it's not, because you just hired Chris Cuomo, one of the most divisive liars who spread fake news with every breath, every night on air when he was on CNN, working to help overthrow this great republic. But it is official and obvious that I literally have more viewers than Fredo. Times they are a-changin'. And if you want to support my work, click the join button or the link in the description below to become a paid subscriber of my channel for $5 or $10 a month. Or click the thanks button below the video to tip me like you would any good bartender or waiter by leaving what's called a super thanks in the comments below. It highlights your comment in color, sort of like it does in a super chat during a live stream, and it's a great way to support the channel. So scroll on down and find the join or thanks button or the link in the description below, and check them out.